rough start seemed to settle in. What do you feel like, though, was the difference there in the fourth quarter when they started really powering up the yards and points?
Yeah, obviously, we talk so much about finishing. They've been actually a pretty good finished football team for a long time, actually, with obviously exceptions. But no, it was disappointing. You say you don't let one play beat you. I think we kind of let one play beat us. Explosive run, we miss a fit, and I think as much as anything, maybe after that, from a coaching standpoint, you're trying to eliminate that one play from happening again. Well, you can't correct the one that's already in the books, and that probably affected us. So I got to do a better job. I will comment that I thought the kids battled their tails off. They really did. It's a 60-minute football game, and so we don't. It's not okay to not get it done in the end. But a couple times there in the fourth quarter, got to put them in a better position to be successful, as specifically myself in terms of play calls.
Appreciate it, Alex.
Aaron Eman.
Yeah, Alex, the game sort of devolved there in the last minute or so with the students rushing the field and you guys having to come back to defend the field goal. Just from your vantage point, your concerns, and I assume there might have been a few given the circumstances, and just your overall thoughts on how the game ended.
Yeah, just you think about safety there at the end, but we made it to the locker room, and it's on to the next one.
John Hoover.
Alex, I wonder if you could kind of go through the first drive of the third quarter. You had a missed tackle that resulted in a 28-yard run and then a 15-yard penalty. They only get a field goal out of it, but it really seemed that kind of opened the door for them offensively. Yeah, I mean, at times it again, momentum. You look at the scoreboard tie ball game versus a 3-point lead, and there's some confidence that comes with it, and it's the same confidence you have when it's on your side. And so it allowed them maybe in some respects to kind of stick with it, have some patience behind them. Did a lot in the way of kind of some unbalanced formations and motions and that. I thought the guys did a really nice job over the course of the day. Got us on one unbalance at there at the tail end. We don't fit it right. But it allows them to stay in that kind of mode. Is keeping kind of swinging the bat at us, swinging the bat, and hoping one cracks. And unfortunately, it did. And then we talk about response so often. Didn't respond very well as coaches in particular. And obviously, we got to get the guys to finish there at the end. So no, it's tough to circle. Obviously the explosive run in the fourth was. Kind of, certainly we couldn't get our feet underneath us after that. So if you were going to circle, you always say one play doesn't beat you unless you let it, and we were probably guilty of that tonight. Did you also have to kind of a sudden change situation there when you come out of the locker room and you're at the 35-yard line because the kick goes out of bounds? Is that almost like a turnover?
Yeah, and it's one of those things that certain situations come up over the course of the game, and we talk all the time about not having an emotional response to those things. Whether it's again you miss a tackle, you get a penalty. We're charged with getting a stop. It doesn't matter if they put the ball in the 35 or the 20 or you're on the plus side of the field. And so many times today we did, and to think the game would end the way it did. Is just grossly disappointing. But it's a 60-minute ball game, and we didn't coach or play for a full 60.
James Hale.
Alex, they had so many more plays in your territory. Your defense actually had a pretty good day. I don't know if you're going to be happy with the tackling or not, for the most part, but for the most part you kept in the game except for the one play you're talking about. But talk about having to defend when they have the ball so much in your territory, what that does to your defense as the game goes along.
Yeah, I mean, it's the situations in some respects, get shrunk down. You think all the situations that could take place over the game in terms of, obviously, as simple as run versus pass. We talk about 3-and-out takeaway, getting off the field, stacking 3 good plays in a row. You get to the midfield area. You're talking about now you're in that 4-down territory. Some things open up offensively. There's an availability on that side of the ball from a patience standpoint. You're never pressing, which then defensively what you have to do is you have to create those situations where they do have to press. obviously some of those took place. Certainly not enough. Just as you felt like, although there's are you in the lead? Are you in control? Just in so many ways. And again, give the guys credit. Felt like guys felt in control of some of the things that were happening to them over the course of the game. Finding ways to get some TFLs at times, and I haven't looked at the totals, but and then again, it only takes. In a scenario like that, when the game is so tight, it does take one play to kind of blow something. But we still need to respond. And that we got to do a better job as coaches.
Your thoughts on your overall tackling today?
Yeah, I thought at times good. I thought other times, trying to hug guys, as opposed to going low, and some missed opportunities that, one of the big emphasis is, that we've talked to the guys about is taking the extra step on tackles. I think a lot of times we did. In some of the quarterback run game in particular, there's only so many extra hats, and you got to assume you are one. And we got to make sure, as much as anything, from a blocks instruction standpoint, that we're making sure that it's not just one guy in a position to make some of those plays. And then obviously from a call standpoint, I felt at times you're so concerned with one particular run play in terms of their stretch zone series, and then all of a sudden the quarterback keeps it. And so no, we got to do. It's too late in November to talk about tackling. We got to do a better job of coaching it, obviously.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Drone?
Yeah, Alex, you talked about that stretch run play, and then obviously the QB keeper. With that QB keeper play, there was a couple of times it looked like they had leverage. Were they showing something different to you guys on those plays with Bohannon on those power sweeps with them?
Yeah, sometimes it's created with condensed sets. Again, it's something that you work on. If you don't get it, leverage at the line of scrimmage, they can create some kind of push on your perimeter with crack blocks and kind of a down and around type of scheme. The issue is, you put two guys outside and they split you up the middle. And again, I go back to that. It's a poor job on my part. They kind of creased us on an unbalanced set that, because we didn't fit it correctly. And I got to have more emotional stability that way, as opposed to, not letting that, they can't run that play again. Don't let them run that play again. And inevitably, obviously that play's gone, it's over, it's done with. It's everything you tell the players. You got to do the same thing as a coach, and then there at the end, allowing the quarterback to get loose. Just a poor job on my part.